So hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So from now today onwards, we are moving ahead with the new series in which we are going to discussing about the job descriptions related to the MBA and particularly oil and gas field. And in this particular series, we are going to move ahead with various companies and the description of the job role that they require. And in this particular series we also gonna discuss about the responsibilities and the skill set that you need to have for that particular job role. So moving ahead with this series, the company that we are gonna talk about today is the one of the big four companies named as KPMG. And the careers and the career about which we are going to talk about is the energy consultant role for an MBA oil and gas student. So let me just share my presentation with you guys. So as we're gonna move ahead for the job description analysis of an energy consultant in KPMG, there are some strategic. The overview of this particular job role is you have to perform some strategic responsibilities, which can be advisory or marketing strategy for a particular project that you're going to handle, or you need to analyze the market and the trend in the market regarding the energy sector, as well as you might need to work with the companies to enable ESG integration in them, or move them towards the more sustainable part. In this, we will also gonna look how does the candidate profile uh, or the candidate profile that KPMG will be looking for an energy consultant job role, and the core competencies and the industry awareness that you need to have. So as we know, energy sector is going under a radical int- a reinvention in the history, and there is a large amount of projects that are going in which the country in which the companies or the countries generally is moving uh, to the environmentally sustainable projects rather than the traditional energy projects. So let us just describe what KPMG is. So first, KPMG is one of the big four companies that provide audit, tax, or advisory services. And KPMG is also a trusted partner for energy clients, and they help them to provide the strategy how to enter in a particular market, or thrive in a competitive market, and provide strategies that they can use. And also they KPMG support their clients to navigate challenges of transition, sustainability, and the digital transformation. As an energy consultant, the strategic there are three pillars of impact that you can create. So the first pillar is the strategic insight, second is market intelligence, and the third is future proofing. So we're going to discuss all these three pillars that you require to be an energy consultant. So the first pillar is the strategic insight. In this, you gonna provide an advisory services or a scope of the particular project to the companies, whether that particular market is feasible to them to engage and find a more market base in that particular area. Or let us take an example. KPMG can be helping various oil giants like Chevron or ExxonMobil to have a data analytic verification about the Andaman and Nicobar Island project that is currently pursuing. So KPMG will provide a data analytics support to them, so they can analyze whether they should enter in this particular geographical region of India for developing a gas resource. And another factor that you gonna do, that you will be working on, is risk and regulation. So KPMG energy consultant will help in regulatory compliances and do a deep risk assessment to protect clients' assets and the reputation. The pillar part, the second pillar for this is the market intelligence. In this, you gonna have a research about the global or the regional oil and gas trends, and the supply chains, how good the current supply chain is, or what uh, the new executions to be made to make these supply chains more sustainable and more effective. The third proof is the future proofing, in which you're going to integrate the ESG compliances for the companies and transform those companies to have net zero goals and create a good impact on environment. As we know today, this particular word ESG is being more used in the industry, and it is taken as a regulatory compliance. So now comes, what is the major requirement of an ideal candidate on the education purposes. As an MBA in oil and gas management, you're gonna have proper rigorous knowledge about the oil and gas field. Some technical proficiencies is must in this job role, that is the MS Office and some analytical tools or visualization tools like Power BI. And the core competency, I think, in this field is the strong analogical problem solving and your communication skills. So candidate can be taken as an ideal candidate for this with a good management background and having a good data analytics. If a candidate has a good data analytical and beyond these competencies, the attributes that a particular personnel should have is global awareness. The candidate should have a global awareness about the oil and gas industry, the industry interest. Rather than just knowing about the industry, he should have interest in the policies or the regulatory changes that are going worldwide. And the particular candidate must be tech savvy, and he should understand how digitalization is gonna intersect with the traditional industry and how it gonna transform this traditional industry. So I think you gonna you might have a good idea about the consultancy service, the energy consultancy service that KPMG provide. And I think this particular video will help you